All right, it is the morning of the KAF Kissimmee, Lake Kissimmee trail event, and so here's the game plan for today. Water in this lake has been a little bit cooler than some of the other places that I fished, and there's not necessarily anything bad about it. It's warmer than the last time I was out here. The water's stained. This lake to me sets up much more for a kind of a pitching and flipping kind of style, which is not my style of fishing. I'm just not that confident in it. I've caught fish doing it. It's just, I for whatever reason, it's not my style. I mean, I grew up fishing rivers and streams, so moving bait, that kind of thing. I mean, the slowest style fish is like a Senko. But regardless of that, we have some weather moving in later this afternoon, so I'm hoping that the fishing will be good with the system pushing in. If the fishing is really good, 100 inches will easily win this tournament here. This lake, I'm pretty sure can do it. The big thing is how are the fish going to act today? I've pre-fished this place 3 times, and I've caught fish every time, but nothing big, nothing in giant numbers either. I think I've caught a total of 4 fish, which is not great. But I'm heading to the spot where I caught the most, which was 2, and I think it's probably going to work out better for me anyway. This island over here to my right is going to break the wind that's coming in, and I shouldn't get blown around too much. Hopefully it doesn't get any worse than this. This is manageable. This is not bad whatsoever. But the lake is deep in many places, and without any type of electronics, I really can't figure out the contour and do any type of offshore fishing. There's not a lot of high drill out here either. It's in spots, but for the most part, every place I've been, it's mostly grass and or lily pads. So we're gonna get out here. I'm gonna fish. I'm gonna focus mostly on this narrow stretch. The lake kind of narrows back in here, and that'll allow me to fish 2 shorelines for the majority of the day, and then head back down there before anything rolls in this afternoon. I mean, that's my hope at least. Wind's kind of blowing the right direction. Head back to the ramp. But I'm gonna go and fish a bunch of different cuts. I know there's a couple cuts in here and some holes. I'm gonna go fish those, and hopefully this works out. I'm gonna run the standard topwater Senko, and I'm gonna throw on a chatterbait. Chatterbait's won a couple, well, the last 2 tournaments, but the real reason I'm throwing it on is this water is stained, and I'm thinking that a really hard vibrating bait is what these fish might chase if they're chasing hard. So let's get out here and let's see if we can make something happen. All right, so this is the first cut I'm gonna fish. I did get 1 fish out of here. I had a couple bites last time during the pre-fish. Now, I was talking with a buddy about how all my pre-fishes are pretty much garbage, and I happened to pull it out of my butt at the last second on tournament day. And yeah, all my pre-fishes have been garbage except for the Fellsmere one, and I didn't do well in that tournament because I made the wrong decision. But I'm hoping I can pull another one out of my butt today and make it happen. If the fishing is bad, I think 70 to 90 inches wins it. That keeps you in contention. We got plenty of lake to explore, but that's just, I saw a couple hit surface, and the guys in the boat fishing out on the edge missed 1. I heard him say, "Oh, did you see that?" So nothing else going on, and I don't see any surface activity. Hoping these fish are here somewhere. All right, so not having any luck, and it's got me worried a little bit. You know, I should have at least 1 fish, right? I would have been fishing for about an hour or so. The camera batteries on this battery is going to die. I brought a backup pack to charge this one, but still, it's kind of astounding to me that I don't even have 1 fish on yet. I haven't had 1. I didn't came up and grabbed it. We're really shallow too. I got a bunch of hydrilla here, but I'm bottomed out. I'll take that 15 and a half. I'll take that all day. right. They hit that like a absolute missile too. All right, so that guy came off right here. And like I said, we're not sitting too deep. There's a bunch of grass right there, and it was up on the surface, and I watched him just swirl on it. So I set the hook, and man, he took off. I came off again. Come on, stay on. All right. They might be back in this corner here. I saw another one jump behind me. I wasn't looking, and this guy came up and grabbed it. No giant, but I'll take it. I just need a limit of 5, and we can kind of work from there. Oh, he's blind in one eye. 14 3/4. He's blind in that one eye right there. Ooh, let's get him back in the water. He's bleeding a little bit. He wasn't gut hooked, he's hooked at the top of the mouth. Don't want to leave him out of the water too long. So I think the fish might be back here. Caught those two in 2 different spots, but then over here to my right, I heard a couple jumping around. So I'm hoping that I made the right decision today. Oh, there we go. There's another one. Yeah, I don't want to leave this spot. Oh, hang on, bud. Hang on. Oh, shoot. Calm down. All right, another 14 3/4. All right, we've got something going now. Okay, so I had to restart my phone for whatever reason, turn the XX up on it all the time. Probably need a new phone here at some point. A couple guys have got some 17 inchers on the board. My biggest is 15, so if I'm not catching any around that size, I'm just gonna assume that, you know, that's what it's gonna take, is 16 to 17 inchers all day. It's 3 in this one spot. But this is if you're fishing a tournament, like you're fishing a bass boat tournament with a lot of people, this is how the pros fish. They will find one spot that has a ton of fish in it if they can, and they stick to it. 3 out of here is pretty good. I'm hoping that there's some bigger ones in here, but not gonna hold up hope just yet for that. But I do want a limit. If I can get a limit, that's good. Well, just had one come up and steal the bait off the chatterbait. Or sorry, the tail off the chatterbait. I have no idea how big it was. It set the hook and it was gone. Knew it should have shortened up the trailer a little bit. It's a healthy little dude. I don't know if he's gonna make 12, but he came off those trees back there. Hey, he makes 12 on the dot. If I can get him to calm down so I can get a photo. This is one I'm gonna have to call if I'm gonna win. All right, well, that's a quick release. Normally I'd be kind of afraid, but I got enough pictures of him. I think we're good. Came out pretty aggressively and grabbed it. Every bite I've had today, at least the ones I've caught, pretty darn good hits. I had a few that felt like they picked it up and I missed them. Not really sure what they were. I mean, they could have been bass, they could have been bluegill, could have been anything. I mean, I've had bluegill pick up Senkos before. But 12 inches is not the size I need if I'm gonna win this. This guy came up and grabbed it off the surface. I think it's the best one of the day right here. No, for another 14 incher. Well, he's skinny. Let's see. That's a 5th fish, but he's not impressive. 13 and a half. We got ourselves a limit. Not impressive limit, but a limit. 1 or 2 really good fish, I think, to win out today. I'm not talking, they don't have to be monsters, but they got to be, you know, I would say 16 plus. Seems like all the fish are back in these pockets, isolated out of the wind. Every single fish I've caught has been, you know, out of the main channel, back in here, along these little kind of pockets. And that guy came up out of, as soon as it hit the water, I moved it, like I always do, like I twitch it as soon as it hits the water. So it looks like a fish that's on the surface struggling. He came up, he surfaced for it, so he wanted it. Well, I've had 2 bites just absolutely jar the bait. All off camera, I didn't hook into whatever it was, and I'm assuming they might be gar, but I'm not sure. Both were pretty strong hits. Just when I let them go to take it a little bit, they just never hung on to it. So either slapping it and letting it go, or the gar. 1, 2. The tree stole my net. Oh no, 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 I'm losing it. Okay. No. Shorten this up a little bit. Alright, so it's only 9:30. Got a limit of 5. Got a good amount of distance. I still want to travel. I'm just keeping my eye on the horizon. I want to make sure that it stays like this today. Breezy and partly cloudy. As long as we don't have a big system rolling, I should be okay, because I got a long way to go back to the ramp. I've got about 3 miles at this point. We're at 2.5. Well, quick update. I only caught 1, and it wasn't scoreable so far. I haven't looked at the leaderboard, don't want to look at it and keep fishing. I'm going to fish out this way and then maybe go back to the spots where I was this morning. On top of that, this is not something you see every day in Florida. It's a bison. So there must be a bison farm over here. But he's totally enjoying the water, and I don't blame him because it's hot, and chewing on some grass. So let's get back at it, I guess. He's had a couple airboats go by him, so he's got to be used to this kind of thing. The funny thing is, when the camera's off, I saw a couple fish jump in one of the spots I was at. One I'm pretty sure was a bass, probably, you know, a 15, 16 incher. The other ones, it could have been bass, gar. One looked like a drum, but I don't know if there's any drum in here. All right, so back at the hole here. Every one of those fish I caught this morning was in a 200-yard stretch from there down, but 3 of them were right here. And I'm thinking that they might be here, and if I fish it, I'm gonna fish this the opposite way. I'm gonna start on that side and work my way back, so I can work my way back to the boat ramp. But I need like 2 good fish. You know, another 16 to 20 incher, 2 of them. If I can get 2 of those, I think I'm okay. Like I said, I haven't checked the leaderboard. I don't know where we're at. I don't know what the standings are right now. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about catching fish. And this hole produced, and there were 3. I got 3 fish out of here, so I'm gonna go ahead and just drift on back in here. See if I can get anything to commit to the swim bait. Oh, oh. There we go. Oh no, that was a good fish. No, it came off. That might have been a bowfin though. Whatever it was, that was a good fish. Dang it. Shoot. I thought it broke. I didn't break, the hook just came off. The hook just came out. Dang it. Hopefully that wasn't a bass. Oh. Oh, that might be an upgrade. Maybe. Yeah, that's definitely an upgrade. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on, hang on. Okie dokie. Came up out of the water to get that. Let's anchor out. Put this down. Let's get this guy measured. Now, the question is, how big of an upgrade? Ooh, 14, 2 inches. Okay, 14 it is, I'll take that. Okay, so a 2-inch upgrade isn't bad. I mean, I prefer an 8, but it is what it is. I'll take it. It's better than what I had. That gets rid of that 12, so now I gotta call it 13. I got a couple 14s on. Don't be a bowfin. Nope, it's a good bass. Shoot, that's what I'm looking for. Yes! Yes, baby! There we go, quality fish. This goes out. Oh, I can drop the anchor on my line. Okay. Oh, let's see, what are we at here? It's a good fish. 17 and a half. Thank you. Okay, so we might pull this off. If we can get maybe 2 more fish that size. Well, trying to avoid a repeat of last month, the guy that's in second only has 4 fish, but he's just about 12 inches behind me. So if he catches one that counts, he's gonna pass me. So I need to focus on calling, and my spot's empty now, so I'm gonna work my way back down this way. But the conditions out here have drastically changed. Like, it's windy and wavy out here on the main lake now. So those kind of sheltered spots where I was at were nice, but you know, they're empty now. That kind of makes me want to wonder if that one that I missed would have made a difference. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it was a bowfin, but you know, without getting a clear picture, I'll never know. So the wind has really picked up, and the waves have as well. We're doing with like 2 to 3 foot swells out here, depending on what one hits you, but it is not fun. The good news is, I think any storm system that's supposed to happen didn't actually happen, or it's passed by now, because this is why it's so windy. This is gonna, there is a cut I want to go fish on the side here, but I gotta go around it. I can't get through it that way. It's way too thick and I don't want to paddle. So I'm gonna go this way. But this paddle back home is gonna suck. I guarantee everybody else is dealing with this too, no matter where they're at. Oh my God, I'm sweating, I'm gross. It's 4:18, I just checked the standings. Unless any aliases come in or anything else, I finished 3rd. So that's not too bad, you know. I did way better than I thought I was gonna do. I thought I was gonna come out and get skunked and maybe not do so hot, but hey, it worked out. I just couldn't call those 2 14-inchers. I've had, I don't know how many tournaments now where I just can't call 1 or 2 fish that ultimately would make a huge difference. And this was one of those days. And I caught fish. I didn't have a problem catching fish. So, I mean, that's a good thing. You know, it sucks because this is a repeat of last month where I had the lead all day till about 2 o'clock, 2:30. I think things switched around.
guys had consistently between 15 and 18 inches, and I was 14, 14 3/4, 14 3/4, 15 and a half, and a 17 and a half. And those 14s kind of screwed me over a little bit. But hey, that's okay. Third place, I'll take it. Unofficially third place. I'll take it. It was a great day. It ended up being really beautiful outside. We had the one front come through and turned it like crazy weather. The guys that I thought were going to pass me didn't. That had the chance. It was two other guys did. So congratulations to them. The next one, we got 3 left. The next one is on the Florida-Georgia line, Lake Seminole. I don't know anything about that lake other than the few things I've seen on YouTube and read up on it. So that's going to be an interesting one. It's a long drive. Then I think we have the Harris Chain or Lake Tahoe, depending on what they do. If it's Tahoe, I got a good chance on that. And then finally Swanee River and then the championship. So we'll see what happens there. I'm sweaty. I'm gross. I'm going to go home, take a nap. Thanks for watching. It was a lot of fun. Thanks, KAF, for putting this on, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.